to the Toyota halftime. Let's go places. Watch me.
Kirkland fields the kick, dances, and running it out. Kirkland got the Jets going.
Austin Seibert has to make this. Missed it left.
Mahomes steps up into the pocket, being chased.
Mahomes up the sideline for 33 yards. Good! And the Chiefs walk it off.
Jacobs in beast mode. Josh Jacobs would not be denied. And there is your dagger.
I'm really not concerned right now about how many guys we missed today. We didn't play good enough, so that's not a factor. But when you are missing some guys, you do have to be better. And when you have those penalties, when we didn't stop the run like we did, and then having those 3 turnovers in the second half, that's how you get embarrassed. You know, we all got embarrassed, and no one played that great.
Kyle Shanahan embarrassed by the 49ers' worst loss since 2018. They still haven't won back-to-back games so far this season, and yet they're just 1 game back in the division. Are we viewing the cup as half full or half empty when we're talking about the 49ers?
Right now it's half empty, and I agree with everything Kyle Shanahan just said. This team's probably the most talented team in the division, but no matter what, it seems like week after week they find a way to lose, whether guys are in or out of the lineup, miss field goals, not stopping the run like he said today, turning the ball over. Not tackling. Exactly. They just don't show up, and it's hard to get out of that once you get rolling week 12.
We're at the time of the year where it's like you are what you are, right? And I think that's what we are here with the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy's making a lot of wow plays, but he's also made some whoa plays. Where's the spark going to come from? Christian McCaffrey came back a few weeks ago. The offense still hasn't got back to the physical run game. The defense isn't nearly as physically intense as we've seen them in years past. And their schedule scares me down the stretch. And that's where
scary schedule
I don't like the outlook for them overall.
No, they have a shot, but it's going to be tough.
And we'll see whether or not Brock Purdy is able to come back. You see that next game at Buffalo. That will be on Sunday Night Football. Now, coming up, we dive into the Dolphins and the Packers ahead of Thanksgiving, their night game on NBC. But first, a quick traffic report from Toyota featuring their legendary lineup of trucks.
On Thursday night, Thanksgiving football returns to Green Bay, the NFL's most unlikely treasure.
Back at Lambeau Field.
No franchise has sunk deeper footprints into NFL mythology. Their home is a cold, flat outpost on a basin of Lake Michigan, the smallest pro sports city in North America by a wide margin. They are named for a meat processing company that bought their first uniforms. None of it makes sense until you visit, until you stand in the yard of a mid-century ranch home with a giant stadium just a few blocks away, until you drive past the house on Sunset Circle, where the legendary coach would host post-game parties in his basement rec room, until you put boots on the ground and understand the history, because the NFL is full of home cities. But there is only one Green Bay.
Lambeau, it is majestic, and on Thanksgiving night, you will be hearing the majestic voice of Jason Garrett and Mike Tirico calling the game against the Dolphins.
How good was that right there?
I mean, it was great.
It was really
it's
good.
great the way the Packers have been playing as of late. What do you expect to see on Thanksgiving?
They've been playing an old school style of football. Lombardi would be proud of this. Hand the ball to Josh Jacobs, run the ball, physical football team, opportunistic on defense. They're going to be a tough out.
Okay, but they have to slow down a surging Miami team that's won 3 straight.
Yeah, Tua's playing like Magic Johnson. We talked about this. He's seeing the field. He's delivering strikes. They're making a lot of plays. He talked about it after the game, though. We got to break some narratives. Can this South Florida team, greatest show on grass, can they go up to Lambeau Field and win on Thanksgiving night? I don't know if they can do it. It'll be interesting to watch.
But it's great that he's already thinking about it, though. He wants to end that narrative. All right, if the Packers beat the Dolphins, though, on Thanksgiving, and the Bills beat the Niners next Sunday night, guess what? Buffalo will clinch the AFC East title on the first Sunday in December. I can't believe I'm saying that.
It's too early.
Right, but the NFL will continue to celebrate the late John Madden on Thanksgiving with patches on jerseys of all 6 teams. The Hall of Famer called 20 Thanksgiving games during his broadcast career and introduced us to the turducken.
Turducken, let's go, baby.
Enjoy the second half.
This has been the Toyota halftime. Let's go places.